On Channel 5 next, from removing possessions to unlawful occupiers in new nightmare tenants, slum landlords. Next, over on 5 Star, it's no holds barred telly with frank chat and even franker answers. We drop in for new Sex Pod. And on 5 USA, rich or poor, murder hits hard in season 9 of Law & Order Special Victims Unit.
Threats.
Oi! Get out!
Anger.
Call the policeman. Call the policeman!
Desperation.
I've lost everything. I've no house, I've no nothing.
What happens when debt
I am not going to pay it! End off!
tracks you down?
You're robbing me, really?
Up and down the UK.
Oh, you can't say that. Don't be taking my equipment.
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
Leave
that, sir.
Don't.
Leave it.
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
My heart is beating.
Because if you can't pay,
I'm a single woman, I haven't got it.
they'll take it away. Since the beginning of the decade, over 70% of small and medium-sized businesses in the UK have been involved in a commercial dispute of some kind. Businesses incur costs averaging £17,000 in an attempt to resolve them. High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway are on their way to Hales Owen in the West Midlands to recover a debt owed by shopkeeper Mr Santok Bahia.
He owes £10,496.67.
5 months ago, Mr Bahia was found guilty of fraudulently taking a deposit off the claimant towards the sale of a property.
He sold his shop to somebody, took deposits off them with no intention of actually selling the shop to them.
Mr Bahia was given a community service sentence and ordered to pay back the deposit plus court costs. But the money hasn't been paid. Now Matt and Gary are here to get payment in full today.
It's a tight door, isn't it? Hello there. How you doing? I'm looking for Santok Bahia. Is that yourself, sir? My name's Mr Highway, sir. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. It's an outstanding balance of £10,496.67.
No, but my solicitor's dealing with that. If you speak to my solicitor, I'm sure my solicitor will be able to put you wise.
Yeah. I've not met a solicitor yet that can override a High Court writ.
Can I just speak to my solicitor because
Of course you can, yeah. There's a copy for you. All right. Well, hang on while you give him a call if you like.
Hello, Bell. So, what was the outcomes? I got these bailiffs here now asking for 10 grand. It was nowhere near that. I need, because these lads are in and they need to be satisfied and whatever needs to be done. Because I don't want this to escalate us. It's like, I'll wait. Okay, mate. Thanks, Bell.
The solicitors are your advisors, aren't they?
Yeah.
But when you've got a piece of paper in front of you from the High Court that states that amount, that's the judgment order, yeah? Whether your solicitors think it's right or wrong or indifferent is not relevant, is it?
No, of course it is, because...
Well, it's not.
You know, people do try to fob us off. People do try to find a way around the enforcement process, and I think what they forget is that, you know, we do this job every day of the week, and you know, any way of evading the debt or evading paying the debt we've seen before, and we have ways around it.
30 minutes later, Mr Bahia's solicitor calls back.
Go, mate.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, it's Mr Highway, High Court Enforcement. How can I help?
I do understand your position. You're there to do your job, obviously, to collect money from the High Court writ. You don't know the background, you don't know the situation.
The solicitor says Mr Bahia is in the process of appealing against the court's decision.
Unfortunately, at this point in time, we've got a writ against your client. I'm here to enforce this judgment I've got in front of me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now the agents need Mr Bahia to understand he must pay the £10,500 he owes today.
You need to start making efforts to raise some money, sir.
No, I'm saying I ain't got it now. I haven't got it on me.
What sort of money are you able to raise?
Now, probably about £1,000. I'm looking at, that's like getting some people, I've only got about 50, 60 quid.
Mr Bahia, I'm going to wait till 11 o'clock, that's 10 minutes. If you're able to get £3,000, then I will speak to the client and we will look at putting the rest on an arrangement for you. All right, but for less than that, I'm removing goods. It's as simple as that. So you do what you want in the next 10 minutes. That's up to you. That's the deadline.
The clock is ticking, but instead of trying to raise the £3,000 Matt has asked for, Mr. Bahia tries to strike another deal.
I've got a debit card.
Yeah.
And on that debit card,
Yeah.
right, I've got £1,500.
Right.
Right, and that's
Okay.
it.
Why don't they pay the debts? Because they believe they can evade it. They believe that there's somewhere or other they're going to get around paying this amount of money. Unfortunately, the court's made them liable for it, and they are liable for it. They've got to pay.
Mr. Bahia's time to try and raise funds is nearly up, but he's still attempting to negotiate with the agents.
Matthew, I'm a fair bloke.
Yeah.
If I can get you, I can go and get the 15 now, and if you come back Monday,
I can't do that. Okay.
I think I've made a very good offer to you, 15
Right.
and 15 Monday, or
Yeah.
even tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, 15
No,
tomorrow.
It needs to be today, sir.
Not today, it's physically impossible.
Get an inventory sorted and we'll get removal sorted.
The deadline has come and gone. The agents now have no choice but to start an inventory of assets in the shop.
Just let him pass you, buddy, for a second, would you?
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
But then Gary finds a box full of carrier bags hidden behind the counter.
That's mine, mate.
Leave that, sir.
Don't.
Leave it.
And Mr. Bahia suddenly becomes
I've got to get
agitated.
into it, mate, to get a card out.
Just
Leave it, sir.
he'll give you it back if he needs to give you something out of that. That's fine. Don't, whatever you do, don't obstruct the enforcement agent in his duty, okay? Because that's criminal offence and I'll call police for that, all right? And then they will attend because I'll call
It's
them.
all paperwork.
All right, well, that's fine.
Sir, just back off. It's bag after bag.
It's in paperwork, mate. That's what I'm saying.
Is it quite important paperwork, is it?
Yeah.
Because it's just full of bags.
That's what I'm saying.
But as Gary investigates the contents, he makes a surprising discovery.
There's cash there, sir, as well. That's been seized.
Now, let's move it all out of the way then.
The bags appear to be stuffed with cash.
What you need not to be doing, you don't need to be obstructing him because I'll call police.
So I need to go through them.
More cash.
What you doing with that?
It's seized, sir.
Seizing it, sir. It's cash.
This ain't my money.
Right. Well, unfortunately, it's here and it's being seized at the moment.
There appears to be thousands of pounds stuffed into numerous envelopes.
There's 800 there.
No, but the thing is, it's not
Sir,
mine.
don't touch. Did we find it in the property?
Yeah.
And it's seizable.
But it's not my money.
So what are you doing with somebody else's money here?
Because they leave it with me.
Right.
They've got the shopkeepers here. We've got a
Right.
committee. Do you want them to turn up?
Then great.
Do you want them to turn up?
With Mr. Bahia getting increasingly agitated and threatening to call more people to the shop, Matt calls the police.
Police emergency.
Hello there, my name's Matthew Highway, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. Could do with police presence if we can.
This straightforward case has taken an unexpected turn.
You're robbing me, really?
Surrounded by thousands of pounds of cash and with the possibility of a confrontation, Matt and Gary will have to do all they can to keep the situation under control. Gary Ball and Matt Highway were in Halesowen in the West Midlands, chasing payment for a debt of nearly £10,500 owed by Mr. Santok Bahia.
There's Mr. Highway, sir, I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Mr. Bahia said he couldn't pay.
Not today. It's physically impossible.
But when the agents started an inventory of goods to seize,
That's mine, mate.
Leave that, sir.
Don't.
they found carrier bags stuffed with cash.
There's cash there, sir, as well. That's been seized.
This ain't my money.
But Mr. Bahia claimed the money belonged to other shopkeepers.
Do you want them to turn up?
Great.
Do you want them to turn up?
With the possibility of a confrontational situation, Matt called the police.
We've seized quite a large amount of cash from the property.
Now, 20 minutes after they were called, the police arrive.
Good afternoon, you alright?
Not too bad.
My name's Matthew Highway, I'm a High Court enforcement agent, and a colleague, Mr. Ball. We're here today with a writ from the High Court against this gentleman. The gentleman was very cagey about us going anywhere near this bag. We managed to move it to the other end of the shop. My colleague opened it and there's a large amount of cash in there. We've counted that, it's come to, what was it, mate?
£6,830.
So just shy of 7,000 quid.
Yeah.
We've seized that now, but at that point in time, the gentleman was buzzing around us quite a lot, so you can see I've got a bit concerned about our welfare and safety, so I've asked you guys to attend if that's all right.
With the police present, Matt and Gary must get this case resolved quickly. Mr. Bahia hasn't shown them any proof the money doesn't belong to him. And the seized cash will cover almost £7,000 of Mr. Bahia's debt. But there's still over £3,500 left to pay.
You able to pay the rest of this debt, sir? Either no, or can you make arrangements to pay the rest of the balance?
So I can make arrangements.
Yeah, what would that be?
About £200 a month, £300 a month.
£200 a month?
Yeah, £300 a month.
£300 a month.
Matt calls the office to see if the claimant will accept Mr. Bahia's offer.
Hi mate, you alright? Yeah. Okay, so I'm at the property at the minute. The gentleman is making an offer for the remainder of the balance at £300 per month. Can we just find out what the client wants us to do with that one?
I'll see what they say and then I'll get straight back to you later.
Okay mate, thank you, cheers. Do you understand the client's not under any obligation at all to accept your offer?
But then, Mr. Bahia decides to call the claimant directly himself.
I wish I'd have done this in the first place. You know when you not turning up? I wish I'd have fucking done that. Well, none of this would have happened.
What's she saying?
She says, yeah, I'm happy.
He alleges the claimant has agreed to his offer.
Oh, here we go.
But then Matt gets a call back from the office.
Hello?
Hi, Matt.
Hi mate.
Yes.
I take it you've had a call from the client. Alright. So there's no offer of an arrangement coming from the client. She wants payment in full, and that's it.
The agents have now been on the premises for over 3 hours. After the lie about the claimant accepting his payment plan, Matt gives him a final ultimatum.
If you can get 2 no, and the rest by Monday, then I'll not remove.
Are you going to have 2 now?
There's the deal. You need to find the money, otherwise I'll organise removal and we'll get this shop emptied.
Faced with the prospect of losing the stock, Mr. Bahia decides to pay up.
Got a card machine, mate. He's going to do this in a second.
Think?
Yeah. Okay, but just check the amount on the top, 2,000, and enter your PIN number for me, sir. Right then, sir. Thank you.
The agents have collected almost 9 of the £10,500 owed. But if Mr. Bahia doesn't pay the remaining £1,500 in 4 days' time, the agents will be back.
Thanks, officers. Really appreciate your help. Okay, thank you. I don't think there was anything to worry about in the end, but it's just better safe than sorry, wasn't it? Great detective work with Gary there, finding the bag of load of money in. And people often don't realise that we're able to seize cash, the same as any other assets. So, good day, well enforced.
A leading charity reports that the number of people seeking advice about their debts has more than doubled since 2009. Last year, the average amount owed reached an 8-year high and now stands at nearly £15,000. 6:45 a.m. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Rhyl, North Wales.
Right, young Vic, I dragged you out of bed this morning, early doors.
We like early doors, don't we?
They're on their way to recover a debt of just over £4,500 owed by Miss Sian Banks in court fees after a dispute over a property deal. But this isn't the first time Stuart has visited this address.
I went to this case on Friday, and this woman came to the door and said her name was Karen.
Right.
Showed me utility bills and everything. And she was like, I've never heard of a Sarum Banks.
Suspicious that the woman wasn't telling the truth, Stuart made some further enquiries following the visit. And the claimant sent them a photo.
Right.
And that is the defendant, Miss Sarum Banks, is the person that I spoke with on the door on Friday.
It seems that the woman could have shown Stuart another family member's documentation.
It's this house here, mate, on the right here. Lovely house.
Now the agents need to confront Miss Banks about her deceit and get this case resolved one way or another.
Right, let's go. Wake up.
Let's go.
Got an envelope or anything in there? Yes.
But this case is not going to be straightforward.
What, mate? All right. We're after Miss Banks. No, we're after Miss Banks, mate.
Live here, County Garden.
You what, sorry?
Doesn't live here.
Well, she does, because I saw her on Friday. I saw her on Friday.
No, she doesn't.
She does, I saw her on Friday, mate. We've already spoke to the claimant. No, we're not going anywhere, mate. Here it is. Right, coming out the back. We're not, mate. We've got a High Court writ to be here, pal. Yeah, it's your property, but we've got a High Court writ to be here, sir. It does, mate. We have, yes. We're not trespassing. We've got a High Court writ, sir. No, we've got a High Court writ, sir, which gives us the right to override any trespass laws.
So my fucking property,
Yeah.
my house,
Yeah.
next up in my fucking garden.
Yeah.
You ruin my fucking
Right, all
I'll
right.
smash
All
your
right.
fucking head.
Right,
in.
honestly,
You're in
right.
now.
Oi,
Get in here now.
No,
Open the
no, we'll stay here at the moment. No, we'll stay here at the moment.
Open the gate to get in here.
No, we'll stay here at the moment.
What you fucking got on the back? Get in the garden.
But she was.
No, we'll stay here, mate. We're not going. All
Get in
right.
the garden.
Right, all right.
Get out my garden.
Right, we'll go. All right, we're going.
Get out.
The man hasn't told the agents who he is, but as he's in a volatile state, they call the police.
Let's phone the police, eh?
Yeah.
I need immediate police assistance, please. We've turned up to an address to execute a High Court writ, and we've been met with a gentleman who started to throw goods, so we need immediate police assistance for breach of the peace. We're not in this job to get hurt. We're not in this job to get injured in any way, shape or form. The best thing to do is, once that something like that has happened, is just to take a step back, phone the police, and hopefully the presence of the police will actually calm the situation down, rather than us being there aggravating the situation even more.
20 minutes later, the police arrive.
Yeah. Here they are now. Thank goodness.
Warrant officers, that's ourselves, High Court enforcement agents.
Are they?
We came here Friday. We're looking for Miss Sarum Banks. She said her name was somebody else. We've come to the house today to obviously try and speak to Sarah. He says she doesn't live here. As we go into the properties, then become violent. So we just need police assistance just for breach of the peace, really, mate. That's
You're
all.
not really wishing to make any complaint.
No.
So shall we go and give it a knock?
Yeah, go and give it a knock.
With the police now present, the agents hope the man will have calmed down, so they can find out whether Sean, the debtor, lives at the address.
I'll speak to you now. You come in here, yeah? Come on.
Yeah, no problem.
Stuart shows the man the photo of the debtor he was sent by the claimant.
Does my accounts. She works for me. That is it. She doesn't live here. She does my accounts for me. That's it.
I've been here and I've seen her.
You've seen her?
I
You've
spoke to
seen
the
her when?
claimant.
When?
When I came to the door on Friday.
Well, she works
And
here.
then she
She's
texts,
employed
and
by
then-
me.
Despite the man's claims, this is the address on the writ, and the agents are duty-bound to continue enforcement.
We've got a writ to execute here.
You're not executing
Okay.
a writ here because she doesn't live here.
So you need to get in contact with her.
Doesn't live here.
You need to get in contact
No,
with her.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. She doesn't live here. Get out of my house.
No,
with it.
I'll be staying here at the moment, sir.
No, you won't.
I will be.
I want him out while
no,
I do
won't.
it.
You're
I've
staying here at the moment.
upstairs.
Okay. You need to get in contact with her and get her to pay it. Simple as that.
She's not going to pay it. I am not going to pay it.
Okay.
End of. Get out of the house.
Once we are inside the property, you can be as aggressive or as angry as you want. We've got a High Court writ to execute, whether you want it to or not. We need to get this matter resolved.
You need to calm it down, okay? Start thinking rationally, okay?
Rationally?
Okay?
Rationally, really?
Because then we can get the matter resolved. Otherwise, they're staying here. Okay?
Despite the police presence, the man still refuses to cooperate. So the agents have no choice but to start making an inventory of goods they could seize if he can't prove they don't belong to the debtor.
We need to see assets in the property and then we'll ask him for proof of it.
But then suddenly, the man gets the debtor, Sean, on the phone.
Hello, is that Sarn? Hello? Hello there, it's Mr. McCracken. We spoke on Friday. I'm not going around in circles with this, okay? You're the person that I spoke with on Friday, okay? So we're here now in the property to take control of goods unless payment is made. So at the moment, we're here to collect a balance of £4,584. If not, we are instructed to remove goods. We're not at the wrong house, okay? So let's not go around in circles, okay? So I'm going to give you 20 minutes to raise some funds, okay? If not, we're going to start taking control of goods.
While Stuart and Vic wait to see whether Sean will pay, they continue their inventory.
Okay.
Okay, there's one teddy there, that's fine.
But now realising the agents aren't going to go away, the man reveals the whole picture.
Lived there, yeah, years ago.
Okay, that's fine.
All the stress and the aggro, a couple of years ago, when it all started going to court and everything, the pressure got too much, you know.
So take it she comes and looks after the kids and things like that?
She looks after the kids for a week, yeah. Like,
yeah.
You know.
Okay.
He then shows the agents some documentation.
Another bill there, my name there. Okay. Now, how much information do you want?
I've got bank statement here at the moment.
The documents are in the man's name, John Foster, and are proof enough that the goods in the house do belong to him and can't be seized.
That's fine, risky enough.
Now the 20-minute deadline for Sean to make a payment has come and gone. And as Mr. Foster hasn't passed on her new address, the agents have no choice but to ask the office to trace her and issue a new writ.
She needs to contact us, John.
You need to do more legwork now, don't you? Find out where she is.
Right, I'll leave you to it, John, anyway. Sadly, on paper, there's nothing we can do.
Just have to go and do more traces.
Stuart and Vic have had to face a highly charged situation. And in Gary and Matt's next case, they meet a woman whose debts
my heart is beating.
Are turning her life upside down.
She's in a hell of a lot of trouble in her.
The number of single parents approaching a leading debt charity for help has doubled over the last 4 years. In 2015, over 60,000 single parents sought advice with their debts, with the average amount owed exceeding £10,000.
Next, mate, we have got Miss Aisha Best.
High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway are in Winson Green, Birmingham, chasing a debt of just over £3,500 owed by Aisha Best for an unpaid loan.
If we can find the O's through the fog, that is.
When Ms. Best failed to make her repayments, the claimant escalated the case to the High Court.
Is it this one here? That's that road, isn't it?
Now the agents have been instructed to collect payment or remove goods to offset the debt today. Nobody appears to be at home.
It's hard to tell where the property starts and ends, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hi, madam. Morning. Can I speak to Aisha Best, please? Is that yourself, man? Can you pop down for us?
Thank you. Hello, morning. Miss Best, is it?
My heart is beating.
Is it? Okay, just take a moment. Take a moment, then we'll crack on. Alright. You alright, yeah?
No.
Alright. Alright, so my name's Matthew Highway, I'm a High Court enforcement agent, okay. So I've been asked to attend the property today with a High Court writ. Are you aware of this?
Yeah.
You are. At the present moment, there's £3,555 and 2 pence outstanding. Can you raise some funds and get this paid?
Not today like that.
Okay. I see you shaking. Do you want to get a drink or something and just be happy if we sat down for a minute and talked about it? Yeah? So we can sort out.
The agent's visit has clearly come as a shock. Matt needs her to understand what she needs to do next.
So let's call you Aisha, yeah? And Matt. Alright. So it's been escalated now to a High Court writ. Well, that obviously it commands me to come to the property today to either collect payment or to seize goods to the value of. Obviously we'd rather avoid that if humanly possible.
I know, but there's no way that I'm gonna get 3,000 whatever it is.
So what was this? This was a loan, was it?
Yeah,
You couldn't keep up repayments or lose your job or?
A lot of things.
Was it?
But to be fair, I didn't correspond with them how I should have.
Yeah.
Aisha, a single parent with 2 children, works full-time, but she's been struggling with her bills.
How much are you bringing in each month?
About 282 a week.
So you're looking at about, what, 1,100 a month?
Doing this job, we meet people from all ends of the spectrum, from the very, very rich to the people who are, on the breadline. I think when people are in that position, you've got a huge amount of empathy for them. It's not for me to judge, it's for me to deal with them in the right way, deal with them how I'd want to be dealt with myself. If you can raise funds and, we can work with you, then we will.
The last thing we want to do today is start taking things out of the property.
I'm happy to give you time, happy to give you, if you need to make some calls, then make some calls. Alright. Thank you. At this point in time, we're weighing up the situation. She's a carer, she's got 2 children there. She's not on thousands of pounds a week. £3,500 is a lot of money to find. So, we're going to try and work with her if we can, as much as we can.
5 minutes later, after making some phone calls, Aisha's been offered some help.
I need to go.
Where do you need to collect money from?
I need to go to Handsworth.
Handsworth. Okay. Because you understand, obviously, now we're here, we're not allowed to go anywhere, don't you?
But I'll be back in a minute.
Alright, mate.
As the agents wait for Aisha, they spot letters scattered around the living room.
Just draw the debt line.
The letters are connected to other debts in Aisha's name.
She's in a hell of a lot of trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we've got every debt collection agency known to man on the floor there, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so. This job does take you to, the front line of what's happening in this country with debt. Good, honest people who have got themselves into one hell of a mess. It's really hard to see, especially when they're trying their best for their family.
Get back.
An hour after leaving the house, Aisha returns.
How are we doing?
I don't know.
You don't know. Let's take count.
Aisha has managed to raise some funds, but she doesn't seem to know how much.
These don't count.
Do you want me to count?
Yeah, they open different. What's there?
250. 147250. They've got there.
Aisha has raised almost £1,500 of the £3,500 she owes.
Aisha, then going forward, obviously this is not the full amount, is it?
No.
Matt needs to find out more about her financial situation before he can assess how she could pay off the balance.
There's bits and pieces, letters, bits and pieces around. There's the more debts, there's the more issues, yeah.
She's like being really my nerve.
Well, you know, it's part of our job just to have a look at the situation.
Because I have got debts and whatever. But obviously this debt's been afterwards all the other debts.
Yeah. I think key to it is just try, talk to people.
I know, but it's
hard, I know.
Bury your head in the sand.
Mate, I know, it's hard. Been there, done it.
Really got anyone to blame but myself.
Yeah. It's not for me to judge, it's for me to deal with them in the right way, look at the circumstances. Single mother, debt's coming out of her ears, you can't really see any end to it. To her, you're just one of a long list of people queuing up.
What's a good monthly or weekly, fortnightly figure that we could give to the claimant? You could afford without getting yourself into, any more difficulties.
I think probably just accept £100 a month.
Alright, well, I'll give the client a call then, explain where we are so far. Alright, let's just go into this. Be set.
Matt steps outside to see whether Aisha's offer of £100 a month is acceptable to the claimant.
The lady has raised funds. She's gone to every avenue she can think of. So I've got a down payment of it's a strange amount, 1,472.50.
1,472.50.
That's it, mate. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as assets here are concerned, there's very little. She's a single parent, 2 children, one aged 14, one aged 3.
Okay, and how much is she offering?
She's offering £100 per month.
I would suggest you go with it.
Thank you, Jane.
Oh,
Thanks.
All right, darling.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Bye.
With the offer accepted, all the agents have to do is complete the paperwork. But as it will take Aisha 20 months to pay off the balance, there are tough times ahead.
Is there any paperwork for me?
Yeah, I'm just going to give you a receipt for your money now, mate. And what I'll do, I'll put the details on there of what you need to do, who you need to ring. And as long as you stick to that arrangement, you won't see us again. If there's an issue, pick up the phone, ring somebody, speak to somebody. All right, mate. All right. Just please speak to somebody if there's an issue.
Okay, I will.
Right, all right, take care.
The case is resolved for now. But if Aisha doesn't stick to the payment plan, the agents will be back.
I think we're both just a bit concerned though about the level of debt that Aisha's found herself in. She's clearly struggling. Single parent. There's debt collection letters left, right, and centre.
I think she will sort herself out. It might take her 21 months, of paying £100 to sort herself out. But hopefully now she sees that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
A recent survey shows that 25% of the UK's small and medium-sized businesses are worried about their growth prospects, and it's taking a personal toll on the people who run them. Nearly 20% of company owners resort to their own private savings to keep their enterprises afloat. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Burnley, Lancashire, to recover £2,500 owed by a beauty salon, Blissful Bodies, to a dissatisfied customer. But this isn't the first time the agents have tried to enforce this writ.
So Vic, Blissful Bodies.
Blissful indeed.
Last time the agents visited, the owner of the salon, Claire Greaves, wasn't there. The agents left paperwork informing her that if the debt wasn't paid within 24 hours, they would return to remove goods.
You ready?
Yeah, let's go do it.
But the deadline for payment has now come and gone, and Stuart and Vic are back to resolve this case for good.
Go, Vic, go! Oh.
Is Claire here?
Claire? No, she's not here, sorry.
Wait, is she coming in?
She's not due in today, no.
The debtor is absent again. Vic tries to get her on the phone.
Hello?
Hi, can I please speak to Claire?
Speaking.
Oh, hi Claire, it's Vic. I'm here with Stuart, High Court Enforcement Agent. Is there any way you can make a payment today?
No, I don't have anything to make a payment. The business is hardly staying open. There is nothing to pay you.
Well,
If you take the machines, there's even less chance of you getting any money because there is no money.
There's a reason now for you to discuss this case with us and potentially come to some kind of arrangement. That's the opportunity I want to give you now.
But how much is the bill?
At the moment, it's £2,594.
£1,000 paid, it's 3,280.
I haven't got it. I can't get you money that I haven't got. I'm a single mum with 3 children. I haven't got it. There's no money. I've got about 100 quid in my bank account. That's it. There's just no money to give you.
Okay, well, it's not going to stop us taking any further action today.
But you can't take the stuff that's on the lease agreement. It's not mine.
No,
The guy who's coming down now, who I lease the stuff from, is on his way and he'll be there in 5 minutes.
That's fine.
Claire claims that most of the equipment in the shop is leased from another company. But unless the leasing company can show the agents proof that they are the rightful owner of the assets, Stuart and Vic can still seize them.
With the business, the reality is if we do remove goods, it's going to affect the staff, it's going to affect the defendant, it's going to affect the business isn't going to be able to trade anymore, which means there isn't going to be an income for the defendant, but it's just one of the weapons in our arsenal that we do have to use to make them realise that we have got a writ of control and we will have to remove goods.
5 minutes later, the leasing company representative arrives.
Oh, sorry, okay.
All right, mate.
Good, yeah, good. Mr. McCracken, I'm a High Court Enforcement Agent.
Mr. McCracken, happy days.
And
everything.
So I didn't catch your name.
It's Dr. Paul Martin, Esquire.
Oh, lovely. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
cracking, innit? Cracking.
Okay. Just regards to these goods, mate.
As long as you take their goods, you can control their goods all you want, but not mine.
Yeah, that's right, sir.
Fine.
Show me some.
Not mine.
Okay, show me some documentation.
I don't need to show you.
Prove to me right now that these goods.
Prove to you anything.
Oh, there you go. There's your answer, sir.
Why do
There's your
I
answer.
need to prove to you that
Because you claim it's your goods.
I'm trying to steal my stuff.
I'm not trying to steal.
You are.
It's not theft at all. We're seizing, sir, on behalf of somebody else for payment.
If you think you can start taking my equipment out of here that's mine, crack on, and I'll ring the police because then that's...
Ring the police, sir. Ring the police.
Well, not until you start doing it, because it's not theft until you start doing it, is it?
Mr. Knighton refuses to show the agents any evidence to prove he owns the equipment in the salon. Stuart must now try and make him understand the agent's authority.
Okay, the writ says you're now commanded to seize the execution of goods and chattels and other property of the defendant, which is blissful bodies.
That's correct. The chattels of blissful bodies you can quite happily take. Anything that doesn't belong to me. I'm telling you, it's theft. If you take mine, and I will issue proceedings against your company for theft.
You take it up with the police, sir. Once we remove these goods, you take it up with the police.
Once you try to start to move my stuff, I will stop you, because that's my right, so now you need to leave.
No, I'm not leaving,
There's
sir.
the door.
I'm not leaving.
We're breaking the law, so
Right, phone the police.
I don't need to ring them.
You just said I've broken the law.
You are breaking the law.
Okay, I'm
now
breaking the law.
I'm within my rights to perform a citizen's arrest and hold you against your will.
With no proof that the man, Mr. Knighton, is telling the truth about owning the goods,
You've got to start going around listing things.
Stuart and Vic start the removal process.
Oh, you can't take my... Don't be taking my equipment. That's my equipment.
As I've already explained, sir.
I'm not bothered. If you try and take my equipment, go and plug it back in.
I'm not plugging anything in, sir.
Look, I'm going to have to ring police. They're going to try and take my equipment, so that's not happening. All right, see you later. Right, bye. Oh, give me key for this. Give me key for this door.
Are you the landlord?
Through this door.
Are you the landlord?
I'm the owner.
Are you the landlord of this property?
I'm the owner of the property. If you try and take it,
I'm asking.
I'm telling you. Are you?
No, I'm asking.
Well, I'm more than the landlord than you. I've got the landowner's permission, which means that's me. I'm going to lock it, and that's allowed. So it's mine.
With Mr. Knighton now threatening to lock the agents in the shop, Stuart calls the police.
I need immediate police assistance, please. Yeah, I need immediate police assistance, please.
You don't own the property, so you're not locking this door.
I'm within my rights to use as much reasonable force as necessary to effectively stop you from breaking the law. That's my right.
The situation is in danger of spiralling out of control.
If I think reasonable force is to lock you in, then hey, that's my right.
With tempers escalating, it will take all of Stuart and Vic's tenacity to stop this case turning ugly. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Burnley, Lancashire, to recover just over £1,600 owed to a dissatisfied customer.
Is Claire here?
Claire?
Company director Claire Greaves said she couldn't pay.
I haven't got it. I can't get you money that I haven't got. I'm a single mum with 3 children. I haven't got it.
And then claimed the goods in the salon weren't hers.
You take the stuff that's not on the lease agreement if you have to. There's nothing else you can do about that. But you wait for the guy to turn up whose machines they belong to.
Okay.
Then a man arrived claiming that he owned the assets in the shop.
Prove to me right now that these goods...
Prove to you anything.
Well,
Then we can take it, sir.
And when the agent started to remove the goods...
Whoa, you can't take don't be taking my equipment. That's my equipment. Now I'm within my rights to perform a citizen's arrest.
The man threatened to lock them in.
Give me key for this door.
Please, what's your emergency name?
Yeah, I need immediate police assistance, please.
Now, faced with an escalating situation, Stuart has phoned the police.
Hello, officer. Basically, we're High Court enforcement agents. We have got a writ to take control of goods. Okay, and then Blissful Bodies Limited. The lady who's the director of this company, Claire, isn't here. She's not coming down. She said she's got no money. We're going to have to take the goods. A gentleman's come in saying that he owns the goods. If we do remove any goods, he's been chatting for a good hour now about rights limit and trespass, etc, etc, etc.
Right, so that's we're only here to prevent the breach of the peace.
Yeah,
that's fine.
The police try and calm Mr. Knighton down, but as he still hasn't provided any proof that he owns the assets in the salon, the agents continue the recovery process.
Right, Vic, let's start moving goods.
Just take one of these machines.
But he's not backing down.
That's criminal. You can't really just stand there and allow that to happen. That's criminal. You're breaking the law. It's going to take all stuff, are you?
Yes.
Anyway, cheers for your, actually breaking the law, sort of thing. Basically, this has been like an eventful day. It's been an education. Right now, we can go. 3 of us can go. We don't need all this money to be lashed out. My money. Public money. My money. Out of here.
With Mr. Knighton now gone, the agents can complete the removal. But just before they call for a vehicle, Stuart wants to give salon owner Claire one last chance to pay.
Hello, is that Claire? I'm just giving you a quick call just to find out where we stand. Is it honest that you can't make any payment towards a balance? You've got nothing. Because you've got everything stacked ready to go. If you can't pay it, you can't pay it. That's fine. Alright, thank you, Claire. Bye bye. Right, let's go, let's do it.
More than 3 hours after the agents first arrived, the removal process begins.
Need to give you a hand with this.
And it rolls out, mate. Rolls out.
The goods will be sold at public auction to offset the debt.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're alright, thank you. Good idea.
With most of the goods in the salon gone, Blissful Bodies now faces an uncertain future.
There you go, there's the paperwork all there for you. Alright guys, see you later.
We gave enough warning. We were here for over 5 hours, so can't do more than that. I feel sorry for the people inside there, of course we do. But once again, we didn't bring the debt here.
Checking up on the victims and villains on both sides of the rental market. The new series of Nightmare Tenants Slum Landlords continues tomorrow at 9. But next, he performed life-changing operations for no reason. We investigate Ian Patterson, the butcher surgeon, brand new, and next.